Good day, everyone. I am Julian C. Rodriguez. Today, I will be discussing about the material self. First, let us take a look at the lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, we should be able to explain the relationship between the self and the material or economic possessions, analyze the role of consumer culture in shaping self and identity, evaluate our own experiences, behavior, and attitude towards material resources. Now let us move on to the introduction. People often use their belongings to show ownership or presence. For example, when someone leaves a bag on a chair, it signals that the seat is already taken. People also keep possessions because of sentimental values. Older individuals especially tend to treasure items from their past because these objects remind them of an important memories or experiences. Now let us go to the main topic. What is material self? Material self refers to the physical and tangible aspects of a person, everything that we can see, touch, and own that we can consider as part of me or mine. According to William James, the self is composed of three parts: the material self, the social self, and the spiritual self. He explained that the material self includes everything a person owns or belongs to. Naana diri ang ato ang physical self, which is our body, mga sinina, possessions like jewelries, home, and ato ang kwarta, anything atong mahikap or that we own. The meaning of material self is ga-focus sila on how people give importance and value sa ilahang mga butang based on their concept of themselves. Kay para sa uban na ay meaning ang usa ka butang. Mao ni ang ga-symbolize sa ilahang identity, sa ilahang success, or ilahang personal memory about sa kana nga specific nga butang. For example, a person may value their phones, shoes, or car because these things reflects their personality or achievements. Or someone treasures a family photo album because it reminds them of important memories and their loved ones. A person proudly displays medals, certificates, or trophies because this represents their achievements and identity. Keeping a childhood toy or gift because it has sentimental value and personal meaning. This example shows nga atong mga gamit is not just some plain objects nga atong i-display, kundi part na sa atoa that has deeper meaning to it. Dili lang ni sila mga simple objects para sa atoa, sometimes they have sentimental values. They can reflect our personality, experiences, achievements, and identity. Thank you, and that is my report about the material self.
Theories on the material self. So Russell Belk expanded the idea of the material self. Objects can become extensions of ourselves or our identity. These objects extend the self across space and time. So according to Russell Belk, the things we own can become part of our identity or personality. This means nga ang mga butang nga atong pinag-iya like clothes, cellphone, sakyanan, or personal collections mahimong extension sa atong self. These objects carry memories and meaning, mao nga makaingon ta nga part na sila sa atong identity. Sartre noted 3 ways through which we connect with objects. So first is through controlling an object, like learning to ride a bike or finally teaching your dog a trick that you want him or her to do. We also connect through using objects to control others, like giving gifts or using bribes. So through controlling objects, Sartre said nga makakonekta sa objects pinaagi sa pagkontrol or paggamit niini. For example, learning how to ride a bike or training a dog creates attachments because na-master nato siya. We also use objects to influence others, like giving gifts. Second, Sartre said that we make a connection with an object through either creating or buying it. For example, spending a lot of money on something would also make you care for it more. Like when someone wants to borrow your custom-made bike or car and you keep an eye on them in case they scratch. Through creating or buying objects, people also connects with objects. Pinaagi sa paghimo or pagpalit niini. The more effort or money we spend, the more valuable it becomes to us. Example, kung mahal ang cellphone or custom-made ang bike, mas ampingan nato siya kay dako ang effort or gasto. Third is knowing about something creates a connection between you and the object of your interest. A simple example is knowing about a person romantically and in a more intimate level that he or she becomes a part of you. So through knowing about something. So Sartre also explained nga connection can happen through knowledge and emotional attachment. The more we know about something or someone, the stronger the connection becomes. For example, like kung close kaayo ka sa usa ka person emotionally, or mahimong part na siya sa imong life and identity. Material self and materialism. This material self is also related to other concepts like materialism and self-esteem. Using the work of Richins and Dawson, materialism is about the belief of a person on the importance of material objects to the achievements of happiness or success. So material self is related to materialism, which is a belief nga ang material things importante para mahimong happy or successful ang usa ka tao. Some people think nga mas successful sila kung daghan silang expensive things like branded clothes, gadgets, or cars. Materialism and self-esteem. Studies show that materialism is often linked to lower self-esteem. People may use possessions to compensate for things lacking in their lives, such as relationships or social connection. Some people buy expensive things para mas mubati sila og confidence or acceptance gikan sa uban. Example, nahiuban nga sige og palit branded items aron ma-impress ang uban people. Highly and less materialistic people. So highly materialistic, people put value on their belongings for their use, especially as a boost for social status. While those people value possessions mainly for social status or image. For example, kanang buying luxury items para lang ma-impress ang uban. While the least materialistic people, kay mao siyang people value their possession for the joy and comfort that they get from these things. Mao ni siyang these people value things because of comfort, usefulness, or happiness, not for showing off. For example, keeping simple things nga naay sentimental value or makahatag og comfort.
Self and object through life stages. Transitional object aims to develop the skills of a child towards more independence. Study shows that the more parents are engaged in parenting, the less the child to become attached or dependent on these things. Mga attached kaayo ni sila sa isa ka object is because these objects makes them feel safe, especially when parents are not around. Study shows that when parents are more emotionally present and supportive, males ang attachment sa mga bata sa isa ka object because they already feel secured and loved. Attachment to object increasingly depends on who people are or how they want to be perceived, especially by their peers. As mentioned earlier, various studies state that the lower the self-esteem, the more a person seems to acquire and or get attached to more objects, and vice versa. As people get older, attachment to objects is more connected to identity and how they want others to see them. For example, teenagers and adults may value branded clothes, gadgets, or accessories to fit in or express themselves. Studies also show that people with lower self-esteem may become more attached to material things, while people with higher self-esteem rely less on possessions for confidence.
According to Bell, 1988, there could be four stages of this development. These four stages are: 1. Infant distinguish self from environment. For example, babies slowly learn. 2. The infant distinguish self from others. Like, for example, baby begins to understand. 3. Possessions help adolescents and adults manage their identities. Like, they knew about their identities. 4. Possessions help the old person have a sense of continuity and preparation for death. That means they accepted the truth that he or she will be dead. Ideas on managing resources. I have some money, then become a part of ourselves. As we encourage in economic activities, however, how finances are handled can make or break a person, an organization, a company, or even a family. Some tips on how to manage your finances that can significantly affect your other positions. 1. Keep your perspective in track. The problem is not money itself, but the love of money. When money becomes the main goal, people may lose their values, relationships, and happiness. Money should be a tool to support a meaningful life, not replace it. For example, for this, if you love money too much, you can break a relationship among your relatives and friends and also your family. 2. Have money. Do not just pretend. Do not pretend to be rich. Aim to actually be financially stable. Looking rich may impress others, but real money allows you to meet your needs, handle emergencies, and avoid debt. For example, if you pretended to be rich, you have a consequences like debt or anything else. 3. Have your own goal. Take your own time. Social comparison can lower self-esteem and lead to financial problems. Instead of pretending or copying others, set short-term and long-term financially goals. Focus on improving your own financial status, not chasing others' people lifestyles. Example for this: set your own goal and take your time wisely.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm going to discuss our topic, which is manage material self. Budget, budget, budget. A budget is not restrictive. It gives control and peace of mind. It helps you know how much you spend while ensuring your important needs and savings are covered. Start by listing monthly expenses, savings, and then adjust as needed. A sample budget can follow the percentage below. Important ang budget kay makatabang ni sa pagmanage sa imong money properly, pinaagi sa pag plano nimo sa expenses, savings ug personal spending para malikayan nimo ang overspending sa pag gasto nimo ug masiguro ang nga cover na importante needs. Save in order to be safe. Savings provide financial security during emergencies and for long-term goals. It is best to separate emergency funds from long-term savings and aim to save at least 3 months worth of allowance or salary. Ang savings is naghatag siya og ang savings is naghatag siya og security during emergencies o para masiguro ang future goals. If nakay ipon sa katong yung mga savings mo is maalis gid ang stress kay para ma-prepared ka sa kanang unexpected nga situations. Keep your spending habits in check. It is easy to lose track of a budget. So discipline is important. Make a shopping list, prioritize needs, pay in cash when possible, and avoid impulse buying by waiting purchasing. Save first before spending and reward yourself occasionally as long as it stays within your budget. Ang, sa pag-control sa pag-spend sa habits bitaw matabang siya sa imong pagdisiplina sa paggamit sa money. Avoid unnecessary purchases o gunaha ang needs before want aron makasunod sa imong budget. Increase income flow. If your budget is too tight, look for legal ways to increase income such as part-time work, online selling, content creator, or a small business. Just make sure to balance with your studies, family, and personal being. Kung kulang imong income bitaw, maayo sorry ma'am.
9. Make your money grow. Increasing income takes time, but passive income and investments can help money grow beyond bank savings. Invest only in what you understand. Avoid quick money scams and diversify your investments instead of putting everything in one place. 10. Protect the future. When you achieve stable income and investments, budgeting and savings may still not be enough for major risks. Health, life, and property insurance provide protection for you and your family. But proper research is necessary to avoid fake insurance schemes. 11. Your greatest investment, still yourself. Financial growth depends on continuous learning, self-improvement, and good health. The more you learn, the more the opportunities you see, and the better you avoid financial traps. Staying healthy allow you to use your money for meaningful goals rather than medical expenses. Number 12. Enjoy life no matter what. Money is only a means, not the ultimate goal. True fulfillment comes from valuing relationships, health, service, passions, and purpose over wealth. A meaningful life is possible when we maintain a healthy relationship with the material world. So, the references. Understanding the Self, course module, Department of Psychology, General Education. William James, 1890, The Principle of Psychology. Henry Holt and the Company, Russell Belk, 1988, Extended Self in Consumer Behavior. Journal of Consumer Research 522, 139 to 168. Jean-Paul Sartre, 1956, Being the Nothingness, Washington Square Press, Investopedia. budgeting, saving, debt, insurance, and investments. And that's all. Thank you.